morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I am Carol Williams with Williams Immigration, a boutique immigration law firm, and I am back with another Monday morning edition of Beyond the Soundbite, where we talk about all things U.S. immigration. So y'all know I like to dive right on in. First thing I want to talk about is global entry. So people that have their global entry love their global entry. But here's the deal. Here's the deal with global entry. CBP has recently indicated that 80%, which is a fairly large number, of all the canceled global entry or the denials at time of renewal, it's all due to your documents being outdated. So just be really, really sure that the documents that you are submitting for your application for your renewals are current, y'all. Like, all your documents have to be current. And I know that we kind of forget about that sometimes with all the hustle and bustle, but your documents have to be current. If they're not, CBP will absolutely deny your global entry. And then, you won't have global entry, which is not a good thing. So just keep that in mind when you are doing your global entry. Make sure that all of your documents are current. Second thing I want to talk about, still in CBP land, we were seeing some issues with people who are outside of the U.S. and unable to access an I-94 and their travel information. According to CBP, that has been fixed. So you should be able to access on the CBP website your travel information as well as your I-94 cards. If you're still having a problem with that, reach out to CBP directly, and they should be able to kind of walk you through how to do that. But you may want to clear your cookies, turn your computer off and on, all those good usual things. But according to CBP, that issue has now been fixed. The next thing I want to talk about is a reminder. When you renew your green card, and this is for people that already have a 10-year green card, they just need to get a new 10-year green card because their 10 years is, coming up, or it's already come up, right? This is not for people that are applying first time for a green card. So if you are renewing your green card, you have filed your I-90, your I-90 receipt will now indicate, and this is back in September, so this is really just a reminder, but your receipt notice for your I-90 will now indicate that your green card is valid for 36 more months past its expiration date. And that is because the Immigration Service knows that they have a backlog with these cases. So it used to be 24 months, an automatic extension. They have increased that to 36 months. So if you are not seeing that 36-month extension on your receipt notice, we need to do something about that. We need to reach out to USCIS on that one. Next thing I want to talk about, we have heard quite a bit in the news cycles about denaturalization and deportation. I suspect we will continue to hear more about that in the news cycles. However, most recently, a federal court has decided that if you are a naturalized citizen and you find yourself as a criminal defendant, your criminal attorney must inform you that certain, crimes, certain plea deals could have an adverse effect on your immigration. Specifically, if you're a naturalized citizen, it could lead to a denaturalization case and or a deportation case. So that is a fairly new case that came out of federal court. So just want to alert you all to that. And it is not only for my naturalized folks, but also for my criminal attorney folks. That is something that everybody should know about going in when they are being represented on a criminal case. And the next thing I want to talk about, you guys, I know I talk about all the time. It seems like all the time. But I don't talk about H-1B season all year But H-1B season is officially here again. Are we filing to get into the lottery right now? No, we are not. It is here in the sense that we are preparing for it. Most of my clients start preparing in December, so that we are fully prepared come March when the lottery opens. So what you can be doing now in December, and give yourself a ton of wiggle room before we have to start entering people in March into the lottery, is look at your current workforce. Who is currently in F1 status and working pursuant to their OPT, or their optional practical training? Look at that list of people, reach out to managers. Do you want to put those folks into the H-1B lottery this upcoming year? Look at international employees that you want to transfer from one of your overseas companies into the US. Even if that person qualifies for an L1, it never hurts to have more than one mechanism going, or, it's something that you want to think about. Add those folks to your list. Look at any international hires that are maybe outside of your company, any open positions that you have. Put those folks on a list, right? Everybody goes on the potential H-1B list. Start looking to see if the people on your list now qualify for H-1B. Do they have a bachelor's degree, a minimum of a bachelor's degree? Is that bachelor's degree related to the position that you want them to have, right? So it's all fine, well, and good to have a list, but you need to make sure that everybody that you put into the lottery actually qualifies for an H-1B, right? So we know that the lottery won't open until March. So now is the time we want to start pulling those lists and looking at your employee base, and also looking at people who are overseas with your company, and looking at people who you may have identified during a search for a specific role. So H-1B season is here. I kind of buried the lead a little bit, which I normally don't do with H-1B, but H-1B season is absolutely here, y'all. The last thing I want to talk to y'all about is a national interest waiver tip. So we know that national interest waiver is a second preference green card application. We also know that in order to qualify, your proposed endeavor must be of substantial merit and national importance. So substantial merit and national importance. Second, that you as an individual are well positioned to advance the endeavor if the green card is issued. And three, on balance, would it be beneficial for the United States to waive the requirements? Those requirements that are being waived are essentially the entire perm application, right? And the requirement to advertise to see if there is a qualified U.S. worker. So my tip is this. Yes, you can self-petition for a national interest waiver, meaning you do not need an employer. You can be a self-petition. What you still need are good supporting documents. It does not matter if you say, I'm the best thing since sliced bread in this industry. I have the best idea ever, and I can make it happen. It doesn't matter that you say that. The Immigration Service doesn't care. I'm going to be real honest with you. They don't care. What they want to see is neutral third-party documents, right? So are colleagues willing to write support letters for you? Are people that don't even know you but work in your industry and know of your amazing work willing to write letters for you? Have you received any sort of accolades in the press? Have you been quoted in the press about your specific niche? Can we get access to those, press releases? So it is much more, when we're talking about a national interest waiver application, it's much more than you, the applicant, and much more than me, the attorney, saying this person is amazing. The Immigration Service doesn't care what you say. They really don't care what I say, right? They want to know what neutral third parties have to say. They want to see what other people within your industry have had to say about you, your skill set, where you are, how long you've been doing this. So it's all about really good supporting documents. So if you have questions about a national interest waiver case, you have questions about H-1B season and what that means and the transition maybe from F1 to F1 student status to H-1B and how that works. If you're still having problems, accessing your I-94 or your travel history, feel free to reach out. We are happy to help with that. That's all I have for you guys this Monday morning. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday and a great rest of your week. Bye.